Hello, 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 and mabuhay to our beautiful Kwento Melia. Earl here once again to take you on a serene journey through life's often overlooked and silent moments. Ever notice how the quietest instances can speak the loudest? Well, today we'll be unraveling the symphony that plays in our silences, and who better to embark on this tranquil trek with than a returning guest who's become a favorite of our Kwento community, the always reflective Nova.
Thanks for that warm welcome, Earl. It's wonderful to be back on Kwento Corner. Silence has been a fascinating subject for me. Those little pockets of peace amidst the daily hassle where our minds and hearts often find clarity. Are you ready to dive deep into the stillness? I know I am.
I definitely am. So, there's a unique tranquility when nature embraces silence, like watching a sunset with only a distant chirping of birds. Nova, have you experienced a memorable silent moment amidst the Mother Nature?
Honestly, yes, I can say I have. From time to time, I run off on my own for a hike or camping to clear my mind and to unwind. Most people that know me don't realize that I need to do this from time to time. I need to reboot my feelings and emotions. I can have strong feelings, and people that know me know that I have strong feelings. But if I don't do this, it's like I'm put on an edge and I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, ready to crack at any time. So I like to clear my head on a nice walk where there's not a lot of people and just listen to the sounds of nature. It's also my chance to stop thinking and really focus on myself.
Wow, I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. I certainly can. Relationships have moments where words become redundant and silence communicates more than any conversation ever could. Like sharing a quiet evening with someone special, feeling a connection without uttering a word. Nova, can you share a poignant... By the way, this is our word of the day, which basically means to invoke a keen sense of sadness or regret. So yeah, can you share a poignant memory of silent bonding?
Certainly. Silent bonding often occurs in the moments where words are unnecessary, and the simple act of being together speaks volumes. One poignant memory that comes to mind, I don't even know if I said that right. Poignant. Yes. Okay.
Or you mean poignant? Poignant.
Poignant. Yeah, that's the word. One memory that comes to mind is two friends sitting together on a porch, watching the sunset over the horizon. Neither feels the need to speak. The beauty of the moment and the comfort of each other's presence is enough. The colors in the sky shift from gold to pink to purple, and the world seems to pause just for a moment. Both friends understand that they are sharing something special, something that transcends the need for conversation. As the sun finally dips below the horizon, one friend simply puts an arm around the other, and they both smile, knowing that their friendship has been deepened in a way that words could never capture. This kind of silent bonding is incredibly powerful, serving as a reminder that sometimes the most meaningful connections are felt rather than spoken.
Wow, that was very deep. It honestly sounded like an incredible moment.
Yeah, it was, and it can be for anybody.
Agreed. Finding a moment of inner silence amidst the chatter of our own thoughts is a blissful challenge. Meditation, deep thoughts, or simply staring at the ceiling fan can sometimes do the trick. Nova, any personal rituals or practices you use to find that inner calm?
I have a few that I use. I do like to meditate. It helps me focus and block out all of the surrounding chaos that lives in my head.
Yeah.
I take a break. I do deep breathing. Sometimes I even sing. Find me a nice calming song to sing and to reflect. Other times I'll go out for a walk, take my dog out, we'll go out for a nice quiet walk around the neighborhood. I also do have a do not disturb sign on my door. That helps sometimes.
Sometimes has it been really effective, or
It does. For everybody listening, my sign says do not disturb. I might be sleeping. If I'm not, I probably don't want to talk to you, so turn around and walk away. But when you kind of live with friends and family, signs don't really mean anything.
I need one of those signs on my door.
I think everybody does. I think everybody should follow the sign more, though.
So, does it help you think about what would normally bother you?
It does. It helps me work out those problems. Like, I'll find a song that reflects on how I'm feeling throughout the day.
Yeah.
And I'll sing it. Because most songs have that tendency to have like a happier ending to them. If you really listen to some of the songs and really read the lyrics, you can hear that in their songs.
That is true. Like, music has a meaning and a lot of emotion. Like, when I started hearing Filipino songs, initially I could never really understand it, and even till today, hearing a new song, I don't understand it. Sometimes I do, most of the time I don't. Or I end up feeling a connection to it, especially the heartbreak ones. So when I look up the meaning of it later on, I'm like, oh, so that's why I felt those feelings. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the wonderful thing about sitting quiet and listening to a song. It doesn't always have to be what the lyrics are saying. It could be portraying exactly what just the feel of the song portrays.
Yeah.
The melody, the rhythm. It's kind of like how movies make you cry at certain parts, or scared when something scary is about to happen.
Silence doesn't always have to be profound. Sometimes it can be hilariously awkward, like those elevator rides where everyone seems engrossed in the floor numbers. Nova, got any funny tales from a quieter corridors of life?
Quieter, maybe not so much. But let's go with an elevator story since you brought it up. I went on vacation to meet up with my siblings out in California. Their flight got delayed, so story short, or short story, I should say.
Or long story short, I mean.
Long story short. There we go. That's what I was saying. Perfect. See, this is why you're the host.
That's why.
Anyways, back to my story. Waiting for everybody to show up. I leave my hotel room, waiting for the elevator ride so I could get down to the restaurant. Start looking around because I'm hearing people arguing. Lo and behold, the people that were arguing were on my elevator ride down. As soon as the doors stopped, or it stopped at my floor and the doors opened, the arguing stopped. I walk in to the elevator, the most tense elevator ride I've ever had.
Oh, no, guys.
It was quiet for me, but I could feel the tenseness of the two that were arguing. Finally get down to my floor, I walked in off, then I hear them silently, like whispering back to one another, "Do you think they heard us?" And right before the doors shut, I was like, "We did." And I walked up and went into the restaurant. Where I then sat alone in silence, waiting for my family. Being judged by people because I was eating alone. And the restaurant was a little bit fancy, but, I didn't care. I was on vacation.
Definitely one of those awkward moments in silence.
To this day, I laugh at it, though.
Even in silence, there's a melody, a rhythm, and unspoken symphony playing. It's fascinating how our minds can create entire orchestras in moments of quietude. Nova, if you were to describe the symphony playing in your moments of silence, what would it sound like?
Ooh, it would sound like, rap. Wait, who, where, when, why, la da da, That's basically what it sounds like in my head right now.
I think we can relate to that too. At least some of that.
I was like, I overthink a lot, so I'm not necessarily overthinking right now, but my brain is always in like multiple directions. So I'm thinking about work, thinking about school or not school. I don't go to school anymore. Thinking about, is my dog gonna come and, tell me that it's time to go out, or stuff like that. There's always stuff that's going on in my head.
That can relate to our first episode, seeking balance in life. Sounds like you need to seek some balance.
I actually did listen to that episode. That was a really good episode. And I have already started seeking balance. But finding the right balance to balance out your life is a little harder than people make it out to be.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Most definitely.
As we drift back from our contemplative cruise, a teaser for our Kwento loyalists. For our next episode, it's going to be all about midnight munchies, titled The Philosophy of Late Night Snacks. Expect crunchies, giggles, and maybe some recipe swaps. Hey Nova, before we go, how about you share with our listeners the song you're currently hooked on? Mind if you sing a bit?
Wow, put me on the spot there, huh?
Exactly.
The song I'm currently hooked on right now is You Will Be Found. Truthfully and honestly, I'm going through a little rough patch. People don't really know that I've been a little down in the dumps lately. For those of you that don't know what down in the dumps means a little depressed. But this song really resonates with how I feel at the moment. So, I guess I can sing it for y'all, if you don't mind.
Awesome. Here's Nova singing a short cover of You Will Be Found.
Let's do it.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let the lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and you're broken and on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and rise again. Lift your head and look around, you will be found. You will be found.
Thank you, Nova, for that really awesome song, and thank you for helping us cherish the silent sonatas of life. And to everyone tuned in, remember, silence isn't the absence of sound, but rather a canvas for our deepest thoughts and feelings. Until our next narrative, this is Earl.
And I'm Nova.
Wishing you peace, laughter, and many quiet moments filled with love.
Bye, y'all.